All right, we are live. Welcome everyone out there in Facebook land. This is Kat with Kat's Home Chat. And it feels like it's been forever because we did a replay with Barb Schwartz last week and then the holiday. But we are back and strong here sharing with you all things to do with the home. Buying, selling, decorating, cleaning, inspections, pools, you name it. We're going to share with you things that we think are relevant that you can use in your life or your business. And I would like to welcome my lovely guest, Angel Rupert. Am I pronouncing it? Is it Rupert?
It's Rupert. Yes, it's Rupert.
Yeah. Rupert. And she is an angel. I love her name.
It's a misnomer. I'll tell you that now.
Her and I go back, but I want to welcome you, Angel, so much for taking time out of your busy day. I know real estate, as I've always said, is not for the faint of heart.
Right.
And many of you know I hold my real estate license. I only sell real estate for friends, family, colleagues. To stay in touch and, with my realtor partners who are such a big part of my staging and design business. So I know what y'all go through and you're just pulled. And right now where the market in Houston, at least, is just going crazy, you're pulled in a million different directions. So we appreciate you taking time, whether you're a homeowner or a realtor. And with that, Angel, welcome. Tell our folks just a little bit about, I'd like to know how you got into real estate. Let's start with that.
Okay. Well, I used to be a test engineer for Dresser Rand.
That's right.
So both my husband and I are in oil and gas, and I got laid off in 2010 when it went like that.
Okay, so a test engineer. Wow, that sounds like pretty brainiac stuff. Like
I'm a nerd.
Okay, so she's smart, guys. Let's do that.
So I was valedictorian, so if that says
there you go. There you go.
So anyway, my husband and I were looking for a second home on the beach, and we were discussing and looking and stuff like that. And one of my friends, my realtor at that time, she's one of my friends, she goes, "You know what, Angel, you should be a realtor," because she knew that I like talking to people. I like looking at homes and stuff like that. And I go, "Yeah, I can be a beach house slumlord."
I love it.
So that's what started the whole process, was my goal in life to be a beach house slumlord.
I love it. So you know what? That's awesome. And I didn't know that about, I knew you were in the oil and gas. I did remember that. But let's go right into our first topic. If you're just scrolling now and watching us, if you have ever thought about buying a bungalow, a second home, a first home in another country, that's our first topic here. Our second topic, if you want to hang tight, is going to be the benefits of using a realtor when buying a new home. And that one is close to my heart because I do have a new home sales background of over a decade. So I know both sides of the fence, and many, many, many people do not realize there are super benefits to using a realtor at zero cost to you and huge benefits to you. So let's start with the either beach home or Italian slumlord. What are some things that you think, that people should know, Angel, about buying in another country?
You really need a good realtor, because what you don't want is someone, as I'm an international property specialist, so my husband and I travel extensively, and every place I go, I stop and I visit the realtors there. They take me on property tours and stuff like that, because that's where my heart is. That's my main thing. So if you want that bungalow in Belize, if you want that villa in Italy, yes.
Wow.
If you want, the little chalet in Switzerland, I can help you with that.
Wow.
And by building those relationships, because the rules are all different in all different countries.
So how many countries do you actually work?
I can work any of them. As an international property specialist, I can work any of them. So what we have this huge networking group. And that way I can partner with, someone in Belize, a realtor in Belize, or even as close as Mexico. I can partner with that realtor, because what you don't want is, like, for example, you want that beach house in Mexico, in Cancun, right there on the beach. Well, in Mexico, you cannot, within 50 miles of the beach, you can't own property unless you're national. You have to buy it through a notario, and they actually own it, and you own it through them. So there's different ways, and what you don't want is somebody to come, hey, buddy, I've got some beachfront property.
And you had them all your life savings, and you end up not owning it.
And not owning anything, or they just disappear. So, and a lot of my clients, if you want to buy like the land there, because it's cheap and labor's very cheap, right? Then I can help by being partnered with a local realtor. I can help get your construction guys, that are reputable. So that don't just take your money and run, or stuff like that. You really have to have somebody to help you walk through the waters.
Absolutely. So tell me about you. Obviously, you belong to a conglomerate, an association. Did you get a certificate? What kind of training, formal training, have you had to be deemed a international specialist?
Well, when I was taking my GRI course in Houston here, and they said, hey, we're offering a CIPS course on the cruise ship. And I was like, oh, cruise ship? I'm there.
She's kind of a party gal, guys.
Yeah.
We'll clue you in on some inside scoop here, but okay. So
that's why I went on the cruise ship, and I've gone every year since. It's just amazing.
Wow.
And it's the Texas Realtors cruise. If you're realtors who are checking in on Kat's program here, it's so fun. It's every year. Just go, and we go. That's full of realtors, and we go and to different properties and do property tours. And the difference is, when it's a big group like that, they treat you like royalty. So you get to go see.
You've got some major buying power.
Yeah,
so is it different every year? Is it different every year?
Like this, yeah. We didn't go this year. I'm supposed to be on it like last week, so I'm really bummed. But
I'm sorry.
Because it's canceled because of COVID. But the year before, we went to Grand Caymans. We went to Jamaica. I have to tell you about the Jamaica one. They have new builds there. New builds, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000 square feet for $79,000.
Okay, honey, Jeff, did you hear that? 79,000 new construction in Jamaica. Okay, we got to talk to her, okay? Because that might be something we want to look into.
And what they don't understand, I'm really big with Airbnb. I buy and hold. So I buy all these investment properties, and I fix them up, and I turn them into Airbnb. You can do that in Jamaica, and all these countries. It's so cheap to get someone to take care of the place. Because the wages aren't as high as here, and we're going to get one to spend Christmas in Jamaica, and then the rest of the year we will rent it out.
Wow.
So
nice. We have to talk.
You can pass stuff out.
Seriously, Angel, we need to talk, because we're looking to do some investments, and that sounds like the perfect to me. Him and I have both been to Jamaica on a sandals resort.
Right.
New build. Wow.
Right. Wow. No, it's crazy stuff. So I'm really excited. Obviously, I'm really excited about it. I get all giddy.
Well, what a great job. And again, you realtors out there, if you'd like more information on the cruises, just contact Angel. As every program, this is, if you don't catch it on Facebook, either live or on the replay, it will be within 48 hours on our YouTube channel. And by the way, folks out there, because I know actually one of my team members didn't see the first Barb Schwarz and saw it on the replay, you can go to our YouTube channel, which Jeff, if you will post that, because we got our own personal URL, because we got not not only over 100, but over 800 subscribers. You can go on our YouTube channel and watch any of the previous episodes, along with within 48 hours, you'll see Angel. So lots of places to connect with her. I encourage you to connect with her on that. We're certainly going to connect with her to find out more.
Yeah, I'm connecting with a travel agency right now to make my own cruises where we can go to these different things as clients. So specifically towards your criteria, what you're looking for.
Awesome. Well, stay tuned, because I know Angel and I were talking prior to going live that she's going to be being more prevalent on a live platform. And I'm sure that's information that, our viewers who are interested would love for you to share about. So that's really awesome. What are, before we still have about 5 minutes or so on this topic. So before we go into the next topic, which is new homes and why you need a realtor, what are some other things that just top of mind, Angel, that, either do's or don'ts? Obviously finding the right realtor, such as Angel, who is an international specialist, has the international connections, knows the ins and outs and the various rules and regulations per country. What else comes to mind that you'd like to share?
For example, some countries you can't own the property at all. It's owned by the government. So you lease it. And another major thing that you want to keep in mind is the culture, right? We have hot cultures, we have cold cultures. So
what's a hot and cold culture? What does that mean?
Like
temperature.
For example, Latin America, we're all food, fun, let's hug each other, very touchy-feely kind of thing. And you don't want to offend anybody by being reserved. And stuff what they give you, or just there's different things that you just have to be kind of aware of, and your realtor will brief you on that. While a cold culture is more like for example, like the Asian and stuff like that. It's all business. Yes. It's all business. Yes. All the time.
No touchy feely huggy there.
Yes. So
they even knew pre-COVID, we're going to bow.
Right. So I have to be careful on that, because I'm very much like, oh, hi.
You're a huggy. Yeah, I know that. Exactly.
So that's when I have to tone Angel down.
Yes. So, something came to mind while you were sharing that, Angel. What about folks who, are living here in the U.S. and, want a second home, et cetera? What do you suggest for them from an accountant standpoint? The tax write-off, not write-off, the whole nuances of that. And I'm sure it's different if you lease as opposed to you buy, just like it is here. What
it's different in all the countries. So I always recommend that you talk to your tax accountant.
Good answer. Good answer.
You're trying to throw me under the bus. I can't say that.
Good answer. Yep. And we tell folks that all the time. Yeah. It's just like staging. Section 523 says it's a tax write-off. You can reference to that, but the details of it, talk to your CPA.
Yep.
Okay, good answer. Okay.
I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a psychologist.
Right, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a lot of things, but not a lawyer.
Now, I know the answer, but I'm not supposed to tell you.
No, because then you are practicing law, basically. Yep. Yeah. Well, that's some great stuff. And again, Jeff, note Jamaica, 79,000 new build. I'm kind of excited about that for me, for us. Let's go into our next topic, and that is if you are looking to buy or build a new home, many times, and I know Angel has run across this, I've personally run across this. Oh, well, why would I need you for that? You're showing me resale homes, but why would I need you for a new home? Folks need to be educated. Right. I have a lot to share on that, but I want to hear what you have to share on that, Angel, in terms of why do buyers need a realtor, and what's it going to cost them, and what are the benefits?
It's amazing because it's going to cost them nothing.
Oh,
zero.
So we're going to
So
cut the costs.
that is, it doesn't cost you
Zero.
anything to have a realtor
Because
represent
the
you.
builder pays their commission. They're getting paid.
Yes.
Yes. So, they're incented to work for you, but it costs you
Zero.
So, okay. So that's awesome.
So a lot of the people who go in to a builder, they do not realize that the builder's agent represents the builder. They have the builder's best interest in mind all the time, because who signs their paychecks, right?
the builder,
If
they
you,
have a fiduciary relationship.
Mhm.
And as you know, I come from new homes. So as a sales counselor, a community manager, I have a fiduciary relationship with the builder who writes my paycheck. So
Mhm.
as a sales counselor that you're visiting, they cannot tell you some inside things that perhaps your realtor knows. And some of those inside things are, would you like to share that? I don't want to step on your.
Well, it's like, what's the builder known for,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So, what's the quality of this
Yes.
builder? What's the reputation of
Yes.
this builder?
How's their customer service? Do they have local warranty, or are you calling a number that goes out to Zimbabwe?
Yes.
What is their reputation on inspection? Do they do a lot of third-party inspections, or are they
Or do
doing
they have their own
in-house?
inspector?
Yeah, and I'm not kidding on this, but is a garage optional? Maybe the front door.
Well, that's another thing, that people go in and they view the model home, right? And it's this beautiful, wonderful thing, and they see the paper where it says base price of 400,000, and they think in their head this is all that they get. And you really need a realtor goes, oh no, this is all upgrades. This, you have 100,000 in upgrades here. So if
At
you have a
least,
realtor,
when I was in new homes, I literally would have realtors and clients coming in, lifting up chairs, going, "Oh, where'd you get this chair? Where'd this come?" They're looking at all the stuff. They're like you said, they're falling in love with all the upgrades. And I literally, when I worked in one community in Cyprus, I literally would have to spend 10 minutes going, no, that's an upgrade. No, that's an optional bonus room. No, that lighting is an upgrade. No, that's an upgrade. Now, to the defense of builders, I believe they have gotten a little bit better. They're doing now, and we've staged them. They're doing what I coin model home light, which is really a better representation for buyers, because then it's like everything is concluded, or most everything is included. You don't have to do this whole, oh well, that doesn't come and that doesn't come and here's the value of that. Because I literally would show my model, let's say it was the Cornelius plan, and then it wasn't for sale at that time, and then I'd walk down to an inventory home empty and without all of the $150,000 upgrades, and they're like, "No, I don't like this." Really, it's the same exact plan.
Exact thing. Yep.
And of course, that's why staging works.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
We create the emotion, that people fall in love with. But yeah, you're absolutely right. You need a realtor who knows. I know Angel knows. I'm not going to name them right here, but Angel and I both know which realtors are pretty on par with what you see is what you get. There's no smoke and mirrors. And the ones that do put all the padding, smoke and mirrors, and, flip things around and sell you a shell, so you definitely need a realtor for that.
Also financing, Kat.
Yes.
A lot of the builders have their own financing lender that they work with and stuff like that. But that might not be the best thing for your client. It might.
Yes.
But it also might not be the best thing for your client.
So I'm going through this right now. If you're watching, Crystal, with someone on my team. And, I always say, hey, as much as I would like you to use this great lender that I've hooked you up with, who's already done a PQ, the builders usually give you incentives. But what you have to look at is $4,000 worth of incentives going to make a difference of if you take a lower
lifetime
rate over either the term of the loan or even 10 years of the loan, typically you're talking about lower interest rate is going to trump.
Yes.
Unless your client is cash poor.
Right.
If they're cash poor, then they need that help in closing costs to pay owner's title policy and so on and so forth. But if they're not cash poor, you have to look at it from a higher level, and that interest rate is probably going to be king. The lower interest rate.
With a realtor, I can tell you, you know what, you like this house, they're giving a $2,000 cash back, for closing costs. But right over here in the same area, this builder, pretty much the same home, maybe a little bit different layout, but they're giving $10,000 cash back.
Right.
So
and if everything is equal,
yes,
the lot, the quality of the home,
look there too, and keep this in mind.
Right.
So that you just really
again, knowing what your client wants, listening to your client. We all know clients will say what their must-haves are, but then along the line they'll change because really they don't know what they don't know because they haven't seen it.
I don't know what questions yet to ask.
Yeah, they don't know what. Yeah, and they go, oh, I guess it doesn't matter that I don't have a pool. I mean, I had that happen back in California. I was very naive and new in the business 20 some years ago, and she's telling me she absolutely has to have a pool. So I'm listening. I'm not going to show her homes without a pool because I'm a good listener here. And I'll never forget, she went out, and bought from the listing agent without a pool.
Right.
She fell in love with the home, and the listing agent convinced her that she didn't need a buyer's rep and, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
California.
And it does. And we have many excellent builders here, but it costs you nothing to have representation. It costs you nothing for somebody to be an advocate for you and have your best interests in mind. Some clients don't realize that inspections are important. So it's a new build. Why do I need an inspection? Well, I had one where I like to have the client have two inspections. One when everything's up before everything gets drywalled and stuff like that.
Right. If you have that opportunity, if it's not completed. Yep.
Yes. So if it's not completed, because we found one that the drain wasn't even hooked on, and had they used the shower at that time.
Well, let me tell you a story, and I've told this story before. If people who watched every episode here, but we bought a new semi-custom home in China Spring, not too far from Waco, when we first came over here from Southern California. And I thought, oh, it's a brand new custom home. I don't need to get inspections, brand new. Well, we sold it just a little tad a year later and actually came to the Woodlands, and come to find out, and I was just so nervous because I'd had my little nephews taking bubble baths in my master bath. There was no GFI in the master bath. So come to find out, and that's a ground fault indicator. Right. It's very dangerous not to have one of those for safety purposes. But come to find out, the history was they had problems with their electrician. There was something like 4 or 5 electricians on that one house because they kept flaking. So, the left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing, and they missed a critical safety issue. So it's well worth the peace of mind to have and if you're listening, Crystal, a home inspection prior to closing on the home, because what that does is gives the builder, before you've signed, the opportunity to correct, on their dime, correct anything. Now, there's a warranty. Some might say, well, there's a warranty on the home. Why do I need to spend the money? Well, the warranty is just, you're going to call out things that you find. But if you never discover something that's a safety issue in the attic, in the water heater, wherever, your 1 year bumper to bumper could run out, and now it's on your dime. So you really want a good qualified inspector, and your realtor will have names of quality detailed inspectors for that.
Yes. Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, so for those, Jeff did post it, but it's www.youtube.com/C for channel, our channel. and then /Tadabacat, the name of our company. So you can watch all episodes. You'll be able to watch Angel's episode here within 48 hours. We will have it posted. How are we doing on time? Oh, we still got about 6 minutes.
6 minutes. We can chit chat.
So before I chit chat into something personal, we're gonna keep this real, people.
What happens on Cat's Home Chat stays on Cat's Home Chat.
Oh, that's right. Oh, well, it stays here and on YouTube and wherever you share.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please share these. Oops, I'm eating the mic. Please share them, comment. We'd love you to share them so we can continue. You know, it takes a lot of effort and coordination. And I mean, I have to put makeup on and eyelashes and all that. And she had to, take a shower and put her blouse on. So, share it so we can continue to do this and continue to share valuable information with folks out there. That's what it's all about, sharing and caring. And also, just a plug, if you know anyone, it's amazing since we started doing this. I thought everybody was just as easy peasy, carefree as I was being on camera, but I guess not. But if you know someone who would love to share their mojo, their jewels of wisdom, on a couple of topics on anything, really, it's a broad span. We had a lady here with, essentials. Of course, that's part of the buying process, all the senses. We had a gal on exercise, how to keep yourself healthy over 40. I
need that, girl.
and that ties into, well, we can't do anything unless we're healthy, mind, body, and spirit. So, I'm all about, bending and spreading the topics to really humanize them in anything to do with really living and breathing in a home or an apartment. And we're all doing that. So if you know anyone, please have them reach out to me or send me their information. We would love to consider them as a host, and we're lining up for the next 6 or 8 weeks to get that going. So Angel, tell us, look, first let me ask, is that your real name, Angel, or is it short for Angela?
No, it's my real name. My parents were hippies, so I have a sister named Honey and one named Candy.
What were your siblings?
Honey and Candy, and I have another Bismarck. Is my
I love it.
Then they grew up. My youngest brother's named Nathan, so they grew up.
I know, the longest time I wanted children named like Zach. Of course, now that's popular, right?
Right.
This was, my baby's 38. So I went with very, conservative, almost biblical, and I wasn't raised biblical. Sarah, Adam, and Tanya. Tanya was supposed to be Jamie a week before she was born. I don't know why I went, oh yeah, Tanya, I love that. I love you, Tanya.
That's my favorite name. Or favorite thing is picking out kids' names. So
really?
Yeah, I have 7 of them, so it takes me a while. I've used all the names I wanted.
How many kids do you have?
7.
Wow. Did you give birth to them all, or some of them?
Yes, I did, and I do know where they come from, and I know how it happens.
Wow, bless your heart. That's probably from a lot of traveling in foreign places. I always tell my husband, let's go to a hotel. It's crazy lovemaking when you go, even if it's a mile away.
Well, if you saw I married my college sweetheart, and if you saw him, you would know why I have 7.
I think I need to see a picture of him. I need to go on your Facebook profile.
Yes.
Okay, girlfriend. 7. So did you ever? I was one of 5. I didn't think people did that many kids. And my mom used to go, Leo got the care, little. She'd go through all the names. Did your mom do that, or did she have them all down?
No, not really.
No, do you do that?
I do that with my girls mostly because I have 4 boys and 3 girls, and the girls' name is Sierra, Savannah, and Sienna. So I'm like, whatever your name is, get over here.
Oh, that's tough. That's got to be tough. Okay, one more interesting, because this, you and I talked beforehand. Tell us something that people may be surprised, an educated, self-professed nerd, successful international realtor does in her spare time.
I play roller derby. So I am a derby girl. So I have played
roller derby queen.
Houston, I didn't know if a lot of people don't know, Houston has a national team.
Wow.
So, and I made their all-star team. So, national all-star roller derby team. So, I'm serious.
Anything this lady does, she's going to kick ass. Excuse my
Yes.
French. So
Yep.
she kicks ass as the top roller derby queen on the nationals, and she can do that for you in real estate too, particularly.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, awesome. I just wanted you to share that. So go on her Facebook profile. You'll see some pictures of her in action, or maybe that's on Instagram. I'm not sure.
It's on both.
Okay, and it's pretty.
Ask Angel.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on her good side. Yeah.
Yeah, I try not to kneecap people too much.
Please, I got a bad knee. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. Well, we're right at 10:30. Thank you so much, Angel. You have been just a joy. And it was a lot less painful than you thought, right?
No, I enjoyed it. So I was just, the live thing is like, because I don't have that 5-second filter. So
what's the 5-second filter?
You know where people are like, oh, don't say that. It goes right out. So that was the only thing. That was my biggest trepidation was the live thing.
You did awesome. And I thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a fantastic Friday. And as usual, stay positive, stay hopeful, and stay connected. And thank you so much for connecting with us today. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, smash the bell so you'll get notified. And one note Jeff wanted me to make, I guess this SteamYard only lets us post on our business page, Tada by Kat. So if you could please like my page on Facebook, Tada by Kat. I have more followers on my personal. I think it's Kathleen Trelinos, but like my page on Tada by Kat, and you'll get notified every time we have a new show. And until next week, namaste and have a fab weekend. Thank you so much, Angel.
Thank you, Kat. I appreciate it.
We'll be talking to you really soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.